Hello everyone, I'm Storm Checker ET meteorologist Austin Haskins. Overall, yesterday was a pretty good day. Even though we didn't see a lot of sunshine, we had some mist and a little bit of drizzle at times. Temperatures were pretty comfortable. The dew points were much lower. It felt a lot better yesterday. So hopefully you got a chance to enjoy it, because our weather patterns are going to start turning a little more active over the next couple of days, as we'll be tracking multiple rounds of rain and thunderstorms passing through the area. And there is the potential for some heavy rain that could lead to maybe some flash flooding in a few spots, or at least water over some roadways, rising of those rivers, creeks, and streams as well, because we could be looking at several inches of rain. And also, the threat for severe weather has actually increased as well, in particular on Saturday. We'll take a look at that here coming up in just a moment. This is all because of an area of low pressure and a warm front down to our south. That's going to be the focal point for the rain and storms kind of tracking over the next couple of days. Today, though, we'll see just a few scattered showers in the afternoon. That's about it. Rain totals today most likely going to be 1/10 of an inch or less. So here's around 10:30 tonight, and most of the rain is still off to our west, and especially out in the south and eastern parts of South Dakota and northern Nebraska. As that tracks further to the east, we would likely see at least rain and storms passing through overnight and into Friday morning. The position of this warm front is going to be key, because depending on where the warm front is, just to the north of there is where likely we're going to see multiple rounds of rain and thunderstorms passing through. And if it's heavy rain, that could really increase those totals very quickly. And then we may get a little bit of a lull in the action Friday afternoon. I still have rain chances around throughout the entire day, but the coverage of it I have dropped to just a little bit into the afternoon. But then we'll just see another round of rain and storms Friday night into Saturday morning. Then the warm front's going to eventually move through during the morning hours on Saturday. And depending on how this round of rain and storms Saturday plays out, I think we're going to have more rain and storms develop Saturday afternoon. And look where we're going to be. We're going to be kind of in the warm sector of this system, kind of near the triple point where the cold front, warm front, and low pressure are. And unfortunately, that has led to an increased risk for potentially seeing some severe storms Saturday afternoon into Saturday early in the evening. But again, I think Saturday for that's a conditional threat as of right now. So we'll kind of watching a couple of things over the next few days. So here's a closer look, another run of Futurecast. This is the European model. And again, a few scattered showers around today and into this evening, nothing really crazy. And then the rain cover starts to increase overnight. And you're noticing a lot of yellows and oranges as we go through on Futurecast. Again, Futurecast is not going to look exactly like, or radar is not going to look exactly like Futurecast, but the idea is that we're going to have multiple waves of rain and storms around. And as I mentioned, where that warm front is going to be key in where the heavier bands of rain and storms set up, or at least multiple waves anyways. As you can see, it just continues even into Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, and then by Saturday night into Sunday morning, we'll finally quiet things down. Although on Sunday, there may be a couple of showers lingering around. So how much rain are we looking at? Here's a couple different models. This is just for Eau Claire, but you can see how much rain it's projecting, anywhere from about 2.5 to 3.5 inches of rain. Again, this is just for Eau Claire, but it gives you an idea that we're going to be looking at a lot of rain in the forecast. And when you take all the models combined and you average out across the area, it's pretty much about the same. Most spots are going to see 1 to 3 inches of rain, as much as maybe 5 to 6 inches, depending on where the heavier bands of rain set up. So we're going to have to kind of watch out for that. I would anticipate flood watches likely being issued, at least for parts, if not the entire area, for Friday and Saturday. There's nothing as of Thursday morning. That will likely change. We'll keep you updated if that is the case. So my rain forecast, the numbers are just a touch lower, but still anywhere from 1/2 inch to 2.5 inches. Higher end totals, maybe 4, 5, 6 inches of rain. Now, on top of all that, the threat for severe weather is there as well. For mostly Friday night, we have a level 1 out of 5 risk for the areas here in green. The hazards for that would be some hail up to quarter size and winds up to 60 miles per hour, which is barely over severe criteria. You need winds of 58 miles per hour or higher and hail of 1 inch in diameter, which is quarter size or larger. The tornado threat not expected to be there. Now on Saturday, it is a level 2 out of 5 risk for the entire area. And as I mentioned, it is a little bit of a conditional threat in my opinion, just because of how Saturday morning could play out. But the severe risk, the hazard probability on Saturday is definitely in that low to medium category, and it is looking to be an all hazards threat. Hail, wind, and maybe an isolated tornado threat as well. So with that being said, I would advise that you stick with the Storm Tracker 18 weather team for the latest updates on air, on our website, social media pages, and also by downloading that free Storm Tracker 18 weather app. We'll be here. We'll keep you updated as we go through the weekend. So highs today, low to mid 70s, 75 for Eau Claire. Will be 77 tomorrow. That's going to kind of play be a little bit of a up and down scenario depending on where that warm front is and the coverage of rain. Northeast of Eau Claire, you're likely going to be closer to 70. Farther south, maybe towards, say, Alma, Arcadia, you'll probably have a good chance of being closer to 80. We'll be near 80 on Saturday, again, dependent on the rain coverage, of course. Sunday itself, still be a bit humid, but we'll see just a slight chance for a shower or two. Highs around 80. Monday looks to be a dry day, at least during the day, but then Monday night, chances for showers and thunderstorms return, which could spill over into Tuesday with highs in the upper 80s. And then by the middle of next week, we should at least see a couple drier days in the forecast.